Howdy Doody, and welcome to another one. And welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Daz, aka Ginger Captures, and today we're still in Wales. Obviously last week you saw we were over at Penmon. Well, we're on the thumbs up photography meet today. So Steve and Martin, it's their group Thumbs Up. They've organised this today, and we're at Rhyd Ddu. So apparently some boats and stuff down here at the side of that clean, just over there. So we've got some nice moodage around the hills and that today. So yeah, they're showing us around this place. So come along and let's see what we can capture today, because it looks like there's some interesting trees and stuff around here as well. So yeah, let's see what happens. Right peeps, we've got our first composition of the day. Walking on the path and through the gate, there's these old boats. So of course, they're begging to be taken. Martin and Steve, they've taken the group just down there, so a couple of us fancied this shot. But composition wise, I've got the boats just off centre to the left hand side, just because the reeds lead you out into the lower thirds on the left hand side, and that valley over there is bang on the right hand third. So it's, yeah, it gives it some nice depth to the image. I am on, what am I on? Oof, about 18, 19 mil at minute. So I'm going to move around as well and see what other ones I can get, because these are third boat here as well, but that is overgrown and messy. These are a little bit messy around here, but yeah, it does look nice. The tones, everything. So yeah, first image in the bag. I'll bob it up now for you. And this looks with some nice lone trees on top of that ridge as well, so who can't resist a lone tree? So yeah, once I've done a few images from around here, I think that's my next port of call around that side. Right peeps, I have done another version of this one now. I've moved around so Daz can get to it as well. So I've had a portrait version, which I think it lends it to it. So let me know what you think, either the landscape or the portrait version. But I have moved around a bit further, just to get this third boat in just here. I am bang on 16 mil. I've still got the polarizer on, just to cut the glare down from inside the boats. So I am bracketing as well, because it has dark in this foreground. But with the 16 mil on, if I put the grad onto it, and then I get vignetting all the way around. So I'm going to bracket and then put the grad on in Lightroom. Easy enough. So yeah, mind you, I might not even need the bracketed shots. Obviously with the Sony and that, all these modern cameras these days, you can pull the shadows right out. So yeah, got the third boat in now, and it just fills the whole of the bottom of the frame. What I'll do, I'll put you in the viewfinder. There you go. That's the composition at the moment. So yeah, another one in the bag. I'll bob this one on for you. Then I think I might take one more around that side, and then I'm going to head down towards where these lone trees are down here, because there's quite a bit of mood around there. So that's looking quite interesting. Back in the camera. We have moved around a bit further. On a portrait orientation, just looking into these two boats. But composition wise, I put the grad on as well, so there's a little bit of vignetting at the minute, which I'm going to crop out. But we're getting the chain leading up to the boats, looking inside the boats with a polarizer on. I've dropped on the magnetic grad as well, just to bring that sky down a bit, because I'm going to crop this probably an 8x10, and I think it's going to be a wall hanger. There's no light as such, but just the mood, the boats, the grasses that lead you out into the background as well, and the clouds coming over the hills as well. It's, yeah, just adds a hell of a lot of mood as this. So yeah, very nice indeed. I'll bob this up now for you and just let me know your thoughts on it. But with the grasses, yellow grasses and stuff like that, it's just, yeah, the colours, everything just suit it just right. Alright, just walking on here now. Must be a few old buildings, look, just scattered around. Put you through this fence. There you go. Some down there as well. I've quickly taken a shot down there. I'll put up now. Nothing much, quick handheld, just to capture it. Well, that a bit of mist were above that mountain there. Looks for some more buildings around here as well. So let's have a little mooch and see what we can find around here. How do we make our way up to them trees at the top? Got another one there to us right hand side. I've got like all these old pillars and stuff down here, so yeah, let's have a... This could make quite a nice shot here though. Just here with these foreground grasses, that in the background, bit of mood on top, right. I think we'll take a shot here. Once I get set up, I'll bob the shot on for you, and then we'll have a look around this side, around here. Yeah, an interesting place is this. Got a lot of cloud there, look in the bowl. Just on this side, look, it's coming round. Right, we've got set up with this image now. I think it leads more to a portrait one. So Dad has made his way down, he's pulled himself away from them boats. So yeah, portrait orientation. Basically just because I want this clump of grass, all these reeds, just before it gets onto that old house there. We have got a tree as well in the background. And then I've broke the horizon with the chimney. Just the emphasis is on this old house here. So yeah, we have got a bit of mood as well in the sky behind it. So yeah, it's leading, just, yeah, it just calling to be taken is this. So yeah, I'll bob this one on for you. I ain't even going to bother taking horizontal because it takes into this old fence just round here and that big slate slack up there, which we are going to make our way up in a bit. I'm going to investigate these little turret things down here, see what that's like with this woodland as well behind it. But yeah, I'll bob this one up now for you. And like the boat shot, these grasses, the browns and the greens are just popping at the minute. Yes, I'm out of breath. Basically because I've had a telephoto lens on. Just because I want to try and get this winding path going through this bit of a woodland. And I wanted a human element in it. Yep, I've been running. Don't have them very often, but 10-second timer, running down the path, just to try and get past that rock. And I don't know if you can see that or not. Put you through the viewfinder. There we go. That was the result. Something out of a shot, but I'll bob it up now. I just wanted something a bit different rather than just the path leading through. So yeah, 10-second timer, legging it. I'll bob this one on next. So I need to get my breath back. I've just been exploring these little turret things here. But what I've done, went round the other side. I'll show you. Just so I can get the house between them. Done a few compositions, so I'll show you them now. But I've seen the path up to a lone tree at the top, so who can't resist a lone tree? So yeah, the trees were so earlier. We'll go up there, see what they're like. I think today is a day of getting a sweat on. Woo. Tell you what, that hill was steeper than what you think to get up to these trees. Anyway, I've been concentrating on this tree just at this side here. I have done a shot on my way up, scouting it stood on the wall looking down, just trying to get emphasis on the tree. But coming back, you can get this whole scene in. Put you through the viewfinder. There we go. We have the wall coming from the left-hand side, up to these old trees that have fallen onto the wall, which frame the tree there with the imposing fells and hills all at the side. The bottom right-hand side as well, I think it's just getting part of the old, it must be old slate, quarry works, whatever it was around here at the time. But it's just getting that in as well, just where that boulder is. But yeah, I think it's a nice, pleasing, moody image is this one. Again, all these reeds with the orange and greens, just making everything pop. And the mood in the sky, yeah, it's very atmospheric. As you can see around here as well, look, we're up above everything now. So there's a couple more trees just further on here. So I'm going to investigate these. I will probably go on a little bit higher, see what it's like looking down. I'll explore this woodland as we make our way back down to the shore. But yeah, it's very nice, is this? Very nice indeed. Peeps, I've moved around a little bit further. I was at that side of the banking, just where my bag is over there, but I've just hopped onto this rock. I wanted to get more of an emphasis on these old trees that have tumbled, but obviously doing that, I am now on 18 mil. So just getting these trees on the left hand side, still getting that nice lovely tree there with this lovely wall, and then the mood in the background is just fantastic. Let's take another shot now while all that cloud and that swirling. But yeah, it's very nice, is this. I think along with the boat shot, which I think is going to be a nice moody wall hanger, I think this is one of my other favourites, just because of these trees. You got the old and sort of new, and then the mood in the background. Yeah, it's just making it. If we had a bit of light on this foreground, oh, it'd be an absolute banger. But that's not going to happen today, I don't think. But yeah, I'll bang this up. Just let me know what you think of this one. I think it's something different for me, is this. Big time, and it's, very nice indeed. Right, peeps, I've moved a bit further around now to that second tree, and oh boy, this is it. I've done a vertical orientation just with this rock, and then a little hole in the wall as well. Bang on 16 mil, try and get a bit of separation for this tree. It was something, well, that's the rock, that's the tree. Obviously 16 by 9 on this, it won't get it all in, but I'll bob that one up for you, as well as this one, because I've got the tripod on full extension. Try and get a bit of separation, and me only being a short ass, it's been a bit of a testing time. I'll put you through the viewfinder. There you go. Let me darken that down a bit for you, and you can see that's roughly the composition there. So we have got this rock, and the reason I'm high, I wanted a bit of separation between the rock and the wall, because there's a dip in the wall. I've got the tree on the right hand thirds, the rock and the wall on the left hand thirds, with that mood and that imposing hillside there. Because that is just fantastic, is that. All the mist around it, and that as well. I mean, even if I'm going to stand back a bit, you can get it all in. There we go. That's something like the composition. I wanted a little bit of separation just here as well. I think on the camera it is roughly around about here, but I know this lower side does clip a little bit, but I just wanted that side touching. But that's a bit of a compromise for this one. But yeah, it's a shop. But what a place. I know I keep saying it, but Steve, you've got a beauty place here. So yeah, he said this weekend I want you to fall in love with Wales, and yeah, I think I have done. Right peeps, I've been following the wall. Obviously the tree we took before is just down there with these two. So I follow this wall up, come at this area here. We are getting light just hitting them little crags on the back, just in between there. Composition wise, I've got this wall from the right hand side leading you down. I've just moved over a touch, as you can see on the tripod, it is delicately balanced. Because the second tree down here, I want to try and get as much separation as possible. I can't go any further, so it is just slightly clipping the wall, even though I'm going to attempt it. I don't know how. I've also got this rock in the bottom third. Obviously the wall leads you down to the trees, the mountains, everything in the background is getting the cleaning. Or Lynn, Lake, Lynn, clean. I haven't got a clue how you say it. But yeah, all in that as well. And the light just hitting the crags in the background as well. All the mountains were lit up earlier, so I've got a shot of that. So I'll put the pano on. It will be a big pano, so I'll put that on now for you, and then I'll bob these up, because I think I'm due a coffee break. And while I've had a coffee break, I'll put a time lapse on for you as well. So yeah, enjoy these. I'm still in the same spot. Because the light has just hit, we are getting light casting across this foreground, top of the walls. I've got Daz in between the tree there, so I think he might have to get cloned out. So yeah, I'm just doing a few shots now. Obviously the sun has just broke. We'll get covered up in a minute. But while I'm still in the same spot, like I said, I've just thrown my coffee cup down here somewhere. The time lapse is going, so I'm hoping that's captured it all. So yeah, I'll come back to you with these images. So yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, I've come into the woodland. Well, not very far into the woodland, just to the edge of it. Of course, there's a lot of fallen trees here that have been here quite a while, all covered in moss, everything. I mean, there's a little area now, just spinning you around. You can see all the roots there, what have come up with this tree there falling down there. These two behind us, keep spinning you around. And then, got one there leading over, you've got one down at the back, then you've got this beauty just here. Right, next composition now. Like I said earlier, making use of these hollows and that. There's some grasses in front of it that I don't want to disturb. The branches at the back do lean over. You've got all these humps all covered in the moss and everything. So yeah, on the back of the camera it is looking quite, well, put it through the viewfinder, there you go. It is looking quite nice, is this. We have got some light just coming through as well, so it is backlighting it. So yeah, I mean these yellows and greens will pop well and truly with that light just breaking through. So yeah, it's quite a nice one, is this. So yeah, I think I'll go a bit further now and try and catch up with everyone else, because I'm well and truly off the beaten path at the minute. You alright? Can you get through? Wow, wow, wow. We have just walked into Narnia. Look at this. Oh, this is unbelievable. But yeah, this place. You haven't seen greens like this before. Look at this. This is unbelievable. I think there's a shot here This wall looking that way, I think I'm going to get a shot there as well, looking with that trunk down there. But yeah, wow, I think we're speechless, absolutely speechless. This place is just unbelievable. Right, I'm going to put a couple of images up now. I'll do this wall, I'll do that, and then I think I need to stop vlogging for a bit. I'll come back to you a bit later on, because yeah, I'm speechless. The greens and everything in here, oh, they're just, yeah, absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, look at this wooden floor. It is untouched. Wow. Right, I'm going to sit with these two, enjoy these. I'll come back to you a bit later on. Right peeps, back with you. Hope you enjoyed them last two. I've now switched to the 70-200 lens. Try a bit of compression just on them trees in the background. As you can see, that's the back of the camera at the minute. I've put the polarizer on now and the greens are just going bang. I might even have to desaturate it a bit, but I very much doubt it. I'm going to make the most of this. But yeah, try to separate as many trees as I can, but there's a couple right in the middle that are separated. Obviously the spines coming out as well, they're all green, everything. I mean, I'll show you this one here, because I mean, look at this, everything is just covered in moss, the whole lot. Yeah, just absolutely dripping. I mean, look at this one down here. Oh, look at that there. Right, enjoy this one, I'll come back to you. Right peeps, back with you. You wouldn't expect to see something like this here. Well, I wouldn't have done anyway. This is more like, you see, Adam Gibbs and that shoot with all the green mosses. I'll show you the back of through the viewfinder in a minute. That's the same we've got. So we've got that fallen trunk there, all these covered in moss leading up to you. Yeah, it's something different is this, well and truly. If you like your woodland and stuff like that, this will be right up your street, because I mean, look at this woodland floor. This is just absolutely fill your boots time. I mean, there's all sorts through there. I wish I'd have put my wellies on, because I keep sinking. Good job I re-waxed them, but through there, yeah, it is dense. So I might have to try and pull something out of it, but yeah, it's like a rainforest is this. This is unbelievable. I'll bob this one on for you anyway. I'm going to try and work one or two more, so what else I'll get, I'll put on for you as well. But I will come back to you in a wee while. Right peeps, we are starting to make his way down to the bottom, but I've got this open area here, just with all this side light coming in, hitting the mosses. I've done a horizontal and a vertical from here, so yeah, just because this mossy floor is bloody fantastic. However, I then came across this image. I'll show you in the viewfinder, because I have underexposed this quite a bit. I think that viewfinder might be a bit bright for what the actual image is. There's a tree, bit of a lawn tree. I am banging at 200mm, just to zoom straight in onto it. The tree is lit up with the moss underneath it. However, the trees in the background are all dark. So this tree is popping. It looks like there's a V's, all the branches, the V'ing up above it as well, but they're all in darkness. So yeah, I think it's just lending to probably 8 by 10 or a square crop. So yeah, I mean, on the back of the camera there, well, you can't see it because I'll put you through the viewfinder. See if I can darken this down to probably something like what I'll do with it. Something like that will be probably the shot. So the tree is lit up, the yellow green moss on the bottom as well, and the trees in the background all darkness. So yeah, what I'll do now, I'll leave you with these images. And myself, I think Daz is up here as well. Like I say, it was like blown away by Narnia with this. All this moss on the floor, which is unbelievable. So yeah, I'll leave these with you. We're going to make our way back down and catch up with the others. I think we're going to go over the road. So if we're getting more on our way down, I'll bob them up with all these. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. Could turn out to be a bit of a long one, this vlog. Right peeps, what I was saying here, because obviously my mic hasn't been switched on, is that we're not going to go over to the other side this time due to the fact that we're all absolutely bushed after this weekend. So yeah, it's been a cracking one. That woodland were absolutely amazing. I'll leave a couple of images on at the end, and just want a massive thank you to Staney and Martin for this weekend and organising obviously the thumbs up meet. But we are going to come back here and go over to the other side. And as usual, if you've enjoyed this, please give us the old thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. And thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of these images from that amazing woodland. Bye for now.